Assalamualaikum dear students. So welcome to all of you in the another video on the survey tools. Another tool which today in this video I'm going to discuss that's about the Fax survey. Earlier in the earlier video I discussed about the survey through the post, through the postal services like this one through the courier. In this one I'm going to discuss about the Fax survey. Fax is is a very normal procedure. People are sending their questionnaires with the help of the fax machine. Okay, advantages. That means a good advantage is a reduction in printing in postage. You do not need required to print any document. You are not required to have any postage expenses on it, and it's very much faster if you compare it with the mail survey because quickly within a few minutes the person who is sitting in a remote place, so now within a few minutes he can get the fix. The major problem with this one is that not all respondent have a fax machine. So now this is a major issue. If we talk about our country, Pakistan, then almost it's impossible that every respondent has a fax machine. Only the organizations, big organizations, the people who are working in big organizations, they may have the fax machine. Otherwise, individual people do not have the fax machine. And sometimes that means written. Now, for example, if the once you have sent out your question through the fax, now the respondent has to fill it, and the respondent has also to resend it to you, return it to you with the fax. Now, again, the respondent has to incur certain cost. So, from this point of view, now the problem is that not all respondent has a fax machine, and the respondent has to incur certain cost to return your questionnaire through the fax. Another is email survey. Now everyone, now it is the day of the order of the day. Everyone who is using the emails. So in the email WhatsApp, when the questionnaire are distributed and written via email. So now, when the researcher or survey is sending the questionnaire through the email, after filling this one, again this same filled questionnaire is being sent out through the email. Now, from this point of view, the communication between these two one is through email. Survey conducted with the email are especially suited for the time-sensitive issues. So when the time is very short and the surveyor is, wants to collect the response as soon as possible, then I think email survey is much better than others because you can deliver your email within a few seconds anywhere in the country as well as in the outside the country. Advantages. Now, advantages are the speed of distribution. Quickly, you can send hundreds of email to within a few minutes to the different people. Lower distribution and processing costs. No need to have any cost on its distribution and processing cost. Faster turnaround time. Quickly, you can get your objective done. Flexible, highly flexible because anywhere, anytime you can send your questionnaire through the email. Highly flexible. Less of handling paper questionnaire, so no need to send any paper. Now the soft copy of your questionnaire you can send through the email. Disadvantage is that in not all respondents have the email, but nowadays I think most of the respondents have their own email. Especially that means in Pakistan, and I think those who are literate people and those who are admitted in the university or in higher education, all the people have their own email. But again, email accounts are not much in general in Pakistan. So now the problem is that again the same problem is there with the mail survey, the problem of confidentiality, and also that both, that means the sender and the receiver, they are not in, they do not know each other. So now the problem occurs of that is to trust. How I can trust the person who is sending me email? So how I should fill out this his questionnaire and then return the confidentiality? Again, it is a problem. And then again, that sometimes the questionnaire are being sent out through the spam of your respondent's account, because this email is coming from an unknown source, and therefore the computer or internet automatically store this type of the email in its spam. So now most of the people they do not know the spam, and therefore they are unable to manage the spam. And then the moreover, respondents have different skill level in handling the email. Some people they are very good in handling the email. Some people they are not good. Again, it is another disadvantage from them, because with this type of the survey, now the respondents are required to have the good knowledge of the computer as well as how to use the email, uh, uh, how to send the and receive the email, how to type the mail. This is the problem. Yeah. And then in the internet survey, nowadays internet surveys are very common. From time to time you are getting the different types of website, and they are conducting certain surveys. Internet survey is a self-administered questionnaire which is posted on the website. Now you can develop your own and you can post on your own website, or you can hire some space from another website, and you can send out and then the link of or the web address of your website you can send different people, and then the people can uh, reach on this one and they can fill out your questionnaire. Now, access to large cup, highly flexible and round the clock are available. Real-time data entry analysis. When now this is a good feature. When any respondent is going to fill out your questionnaire and submitting it, then quickly the data entry and analysis will be emerged. Some paid survey companies they are providing this type of the like the facility. That means whenever your respondent is going to fill out and submit their his or her response, the automatically and quickly the analysis will be emerged. More accurate data capture is properly programmed. Now, problem is that the programming. So, if the improperly your question is programmed, then definitely it will not get the more accurate data. So then obtaining confidential, anonymous answers quickly and cost effectively, and then no cost for the paper, postage, data entry, and administrative costs. So now this one is free from the all type of the costs. You are not required to incur any cost except the internet connectivity and some hardware then on which you can, like the computer and laptop on which you can, or any mobile on which you can do all these things. Now you can also obtain the maximum confidentiality, and you remain anonymous from the your respondent, and your respondent will remain anonymous from you, and also cost effectively much more because no cost for paper, postage, data, and other administrative costs. And then internet survey, the large questionnaire can include use of appealing ads. So now in the internet, because here you can develop the highly attractive type of the questionnaires over there, and you can post all these questionnaires along with the photograph, along with the drawing prototype. If you have any drawing, if you other thing, you can show all these things with the help of the multimedia, visual and visual ads, audio visual ads on the this in this type of the survey. Callback are automated if the response incomplete or not given automatically. If the response has not been automatically, the means the respondent will get a call or an email of filling the questionnaire. Email can be used to invite respondent to visit the website, e.g. from the participant in the panel. So now email you can also send with through the email you can also send you can introduce your website with the questionnaire through the email to the different people. Flexible, personalized questioning of the respondent. Now it's very flexible. You can add as many as questions which are possible, and you can also add some type of the images, video, and also many things you can include in this one. These are highly then it's attractive. This can be highly attractive if you use it quite with wisely. Now, for this one other. Now see how much it is effective, in which every type of the thing you can give, right? Here, the appealing multimedia ads, photograph, and all these things are like This is the example of this one, how much appealing is. If you open it, it is attracting your attention. So this type of the website you can develop, and you can send its email, the web address of your website through the email, through the other means to your friends, to the people, and are the people who are falling in your sample size. You can say now all these one, and they can fill it. And the good thing is around the clock, this type of the website will be available at any time, anywhere. Your respondent can fill the this questionnaire. So this has been taken from the Survey Monkey. And then internet surveys, some disadvantages. As I already told you that the some have the advantage. Every tool has a certain advantages and disadvantages. So if we talk, the major problem I think is that many people in general do not have access to the internet. This is a global issue. And if we talk about the Pakistan, then in Pakistan it is also a major issue that the people do not have the access to the internet. People, they have no internet access. So it do not have the access, how they can build these type of the questionnaires. So this is, I think, the big problem in the way of this type of the survey, internet survey. And the different level of technologies are available. Somewhere it is a broadband is available, somewhere dial-up, there means sometimes mobile phones are available. This is also a problem. Then the hardware deficiency, software incompatibility. Sometimes you are writing a one paper, you are questionnaire developing into the MS Office 2016 or 20, and others have the MS Office 10 or MS Office 2003. So now the any software, any document which have developed into the newer version, it sometimes it's difficult to open into the like the older one. So that these type of issues are there. Hardware sometimes problems are there. Okay, different communication skill, computer skill, different people have different skills. So sometimes, and even in the Pakistan, most of the people, they are illiterate there. So now they, when they're illiterate, then they're not possible that they can fill out your questionnaire on the internet. Physical incentives. So now you cannot include any money over there. Just you can make a promise. Okay, in the future we will provide you. Now any type of the physical incentive like the monetary or non-monetary, no anything you can provide like this with this one. But in the future, okay, research on internet survey is small, and so the ideas for improving response rate. So now, now you have to think about the, how I can improve the response rate through this method. And then another method is a telephonic interview. Through the telephone, you can also collect your information, your data through the standard interviewing techniques are there. Advantages: moderate cost, not much, less time consumption, and the means that within a few minutes you can get the response, or you can get your questionnaire filled on the through the telephone. Higher response rate because now that you are calling to the people, anyone if he is ready to answer you, definitely he will answer all your questions. Quality, supervision, recording, both are important. So, and then disadvantages are their hesitation to discuss sensitive topic on the phone. Most of the people do not discuss the sensitive topic because they do not know who are you. So that's why the people do not want to talk, especially on the sensitive topic. On the general topic, they may talk with you on the market if you want to conduct the marketing survey, if you want to get some idea about your product, about your business idea. Then okay, the people may provide you some response. But some surveys which you are going to conduct on the political issues, on the defense, on the other things. So now, in this regard, most of the people, they are hesitant. They show hesitations, and then the broken off interview. Sometimes because of any problem, your call get disconnected. Then again, it's a problem. No supplement information. You cannot collect more and more additional information. Okay, so I'm telling you about the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. It's a GEM data. Now, this is the biggest, like the, one of the big, there is a forum which collects the data regarding the entrepreneurship uh, uh, conditions in the country, in the world. Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, and normally it is remember it's known as the GEM. gem data. It's a secondary data. You can also utilize your data in your research paper, in your thesis, because several hundred research papers have been written with the help of this data, and so many research theses have been written with the help of this data. This is also available to you, and they are using the telephone to collect their data from their respondent on the different aspect of the entrepreneurship. And then another is about the text message survey. This is a very common type of the test, and the survey tool the people are using. SMS short message service are the multimedia service, MMS. Text message service are catching in other countries are ideal for survey involving only a few short questions. If you have a few short questions, two or three or five, then I think this one is the most suitable because you can reach maximum people with the minimum let me say expense. MMS can include the graphic design and even short videos. This technology is likely to see more application in the near future. Although it is in embryo, this is let me say, but in the future, some type of the different updates may come, and this type of the tool can be much more popular as the other tools are also popular. So now these three images are there through which you can understand how this works. And then another type of the survey is in the Kiosk surveys. This is like a latest one type of the tool through which you can collect the data. Now, for example, you have visited the different locations, exhibitions, trade shows, conferences, conventions, museums, railway station like the airports, libraries, and the shopping mall in a different way. You normally you find this type of the kiosks are over there, and the hardware is available over there, and just you can read the question like this one: how was our service today? And you can select the relevant, and the response will be recorded by the this kiosk hardware which is available in the kiosk. So it's very easy and very quickly it can work. The problem is that with this one, that the disadvantage of using Classic is heavily computer literate. Now this can be utilized those who only knows the how to how to operate a computer. Those who have no knowledge of the operating computer, it's not possible for them to to give you the response through this type of the tool, and person having time interest. Again, the problem is that if they have the time and the interest, because for example, in the different uh, public places like in conference, convention, museums, and a shopping mall, people are coming with a different objective, and they want to come cover, they want to achieve that target as soon as, and then they want to go. And then if they find some time spare, some extra time, or if they have any energy interest, then they can go and they can work on this one. But again, it's a good tool now. There is that in the developed countries, these are very common tool to collect the data from the respondents. And other things are there that I think the mixed survey. Now we discussed that every tool survey tool has its own issues, like the personal, telephonic, email, and order. So everyone has the certain advantages and the certain disadvantages. Now, what to do in this regard? The major answer of this one is the mixed survey. You can include one or two or all of these one depending on the your type of the data which you want to collect. And this one, if you're using mixed survey, then the advantages, you can enhance the advantages and you can decrease the disadvantages of the different tools. Now, dear students, you know that in our social science, the research is a use of the common sense. If you think that any all of these one or any one or two tool are applicable in your research, in your data collection, you can apply and you can leave the rest of one. Now it depends on your own there is a need. And then very important thing is about the pre-testing. So now before launching or before collecting your data on small scale, you should pre-test or if you test the your questionnaire. Now, what to test in your questionnaire? That the respondent, that you think that the quality of questionnaire is good, that the respondent can understand them, and sometimes the let me say the only problem is that either the respondent will be able to understand your question or not. And another thing is present into sending questionnaire to a group of the respondent, the very small number, from 5 to 10, you can send out your question to them and ask from them, let them find out the certain flaws are there, certain issues which are in this questionnaire, find out all those ones and report to all these issues to us. For example, the issues may be in its designing, issues may be in its language, issues may be in the technical jargon which you have, the technical words which you have used in your questionnaire, its quality of the paper, different issues are there. So now the group of the people, they can find out or look, that is that detect all those issues in your question and they can report you, and ultimately you can remove all those ones and then again. Probably the typical like a wording questions, word problems with the lead question and the bias. Now, these are certain areas in which your question may from these are areas from which your question may suffer. So now you have to take care about all these one, and if we get through with the help of the pre-testing, all these issues will be identified, and when you will go for the actually you are when you are going to collect the data, then these type of the issues can be avoided by you. Okay, and pre-testing what's happened data. Normally these are the answers of your the person, the group of the people who are testing your hypothesis. Like I do not understand this question. I cannot find the next section. This is getting the boring. Why it is so long? And this option I want is not available. Why it is taking? Ask about that. And now different type of issues may be they may be detected by the people. Like these are some example of the issues. Apart from these ones, certain other issues may be pointed out by the people who are for pre-testing. Okay, so normally we are talking the two major terms. One is a pre-testing, and another is a pilot testing. So now either both are same or some difference is there. Although the people they are interchangeably they are using the pre-testing and the pilot testing, but somewhat difference is there. In the pre-testing can be done into the two stages. In the one stage, in the you can have a convince sampling. Convince sampling is that means that the people who are near to you, you are providing to them for the pre-testing. For example, if you are professor in university, you can call a group of your students and give them okay and find out for pre-testing, and then they can work on your questionnaire and they can detect there's some flaws, some issues with this one. For example, if you are working in an organization, you can also invite your few colleagues, and they will do the same type of the work which they're on your questionnaire. In the second one, once the more formal, it's a more formal, and in this that the after finding out all these ones, you can go for the approximately 10% of the sample size. Now in the countries, whatever is available, for whatever the person which is available to you, you are inviting him or her to have some comment on your questionnaire. But in this one, you are going to find out the people who are falling in your sample size, and at least you are finding a 10% from this, and to whom you are giving your questionnaire, and then they will go for then they will go through it, and they will find out some cause or some issues. If they will detect. Okay, and then the pilot testing is on the other hand is all of our process, including the questionnaire. So it is a complete process in which all the process you are required to do all these things. That's why it is a pilot testing is a more comprehensive than the pre-testing. Okay, so here I would like to end this lecture, but few things are remaining, I think so. Now, it's an ethical constitution. These are very important because ethics are above all. In our laws are there, bylaws are there, customs are there, but I think ethics are much more important than all those ones. In the same way, some ethics are also there when you are going to undertake a survey. The first thing is that you should not deceive the people. And like that, we discussed the one term disguised. So this type of thing should not be here. The deception should not be there. Misinformation should not be there. And this survey should not be conducted to harm anyone, to humiliate any, like just to humiliate to the minorities, just to humiliate the females, just to humiliate the people who are from the other countries, also just to humiliate the people who are from the third world countries because you are living in the first world country. Now, are mislead respondents. So now these type of issues should be avoided, and observing respondent right to privacy and confidentiality. Honest is much more important in data collection. So these are some of the issues are there. These should not, if you are conducting your survey for keeping in view all these type of the objectives, then please do not do it, because it is like the honest activity, and do it honestly. And then I hope then this type of your activity will can generate much more good thing for you, and then you can collect the can help you in collecting the quality data, correct data, and then this data may help you in developing a quality and most valuable research and to the point research. So here I would like to end my lecture, and thank you very much for your time. And I hope that Lisa, we will meet in again in the video. Uh, Till daytime, thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz.